Alright, I'm back with some more content for the basketball tournament. Let's look at Sunday's slate. So, the first guy I like is Trevor Allen. This green indicator means that he's the primary guard. Green means primary option, yellow means secondary option, and orange means third. So, Trevor Allen is the first option for P, and he's only 5,800 on Draftkings, compared to his price on Fanduel, which is 18. The second guy I like is Drell Benneman. Now, he is the second option behind Ethan Happ. He's only 4,500 on Draftkings, and he's a pretty good play, although Alec Peters also is a forward in that rotation. So I wouldn't recommend playing Benneman, Peters, or Happ together. You might have to choose one or two of them. Next, we have Chris Coakley, who is the first option on HT, and he's only 4,400. He's a very cheap play. Same with Lamont West. He's 4,500, very cheap compared to their FanDuel prices. Next, I want to get over Gilbert Brown. Again, 4,500 compared to $14 on FanDuel. Very cheap, although he is the second option. He's still a good value play. And last, or second to last, Jeremiah Gray, who is the third option on TH. Not that good of a play, but you could stick him in a lineup if you need a cheap punt. Lastly, Stevie Browning. This is my key guy for anyone making a DraftKings lineup. He's the second guard on HT, and he's only 3,100. Very, very cheap. Good value play. Now, starting with the FanDuel plays. Ethan Happ. Ethan Happ is pretty expensive on both sites. However, he's cheaper on FanDuel. He is the top player on DraftKings. And Ethan Happ was a very good college player. He put up a lot of big stats. He could pass the ball, rebound, and score. I think this is a pretty good play for FanDuel. Second, I have Dante Grantham. Now, Dante Grantham is a little bit expensive on DraftKings, but on FanDuel, his price is pretty decent at 14. And on DraftKings, he's priced like an elite player. Not elite, but a top player. On FanDuel, he's priced like a mid-tier player. So I'd stick him in there. Jamel Artis, he's kind of the same case as Grantham, but he is the first forward, or the most expensive forward on SC, which has a lot of guards. I'll get to that. So all these black markers are SC guards. Now, Cowles doesn't have a DraftKings price, so I'm going to assume that he's hurt. But Marcus Keene, $19. Remy Abell, $20. Maurice Creek, $23. They all play for SC. So I doubt that Jamel Artis will get touches, but he might get fed the ball. So I don't think he's going to get post touches, but he might get pick and roll opportunities. It's kind of a pick your poison, or make your decision with him, I guess. Next, we have Isaiah Austin. He's priced at $83,000 on DraftKings, $14 on FanDuel. This is an obvious play on FanDuel. He's priced like not just an elite player, but a top player. And on FanDuel, he's priced like a below average player. You gotta have him in your lineup. Alec Peters. In this situation, I'd pick one person from the TH team. So that means Alec Peters, Jarrell Benneman, he was here. Jarrell Benneman and Ethan Happ. So I'd pick one of them. Alec Peters did play for the Phoenix Suns. So he's pretty interesting. And at 1,400, or at 14, you could stick him into a lineup easily. He should be orange, though. That's incorrect. He should be orange. Now, next, Tweety Carter. So, Tweety Carter is, I believe, the first guard on this. Yeah, the first value guard on Fanduel. Now, the guards on Fanduel are all overpriced, and the forwards are all underpriced. So, I think Tweety Carter, who's priced at $7,100 on Draftkings, and he's only $13 on FanDuel, I think you got to stick him in there too, because the guards are pretty expensive. Now, Isaac Haas, this is very interesting. He's 7'2", and he played for Purdue recently. He's priced on DraftKings at $7,700, while on FanDuel he's only $13. That is extremely cheap. I think the strategy on FanDuel is that you pay for either Haas, Peters, Austin, Artis, one of these guys, or maybe even two, and then you just stack the high-priced guards. So you stack either Reed, maybe Keene, Creek, DeVoe. You pick like 2 or 3 of these guys. See how all of them are 12 of the 13 players here are guards. So you really want to get those low price forwards to pay up for these guards. Now, Jacqueline Grant. He's interesting because he's at $12. You could fit him in there, but he is third. Diamond Stone is also interesting. He played for the Clippers, and he's only at 12. Now, his price on DraftKings isn't as high as I thought, and that's probably lowering this number, which is the DraftKings number divided by the FanDuel number with some extra calculations. So I think he's a better play than he looks in this model. Ryan Luther. I mean, it's here, but I don't necessarily like the play as much. It doesn't look that interesting. Although his price on DraftKings is $6,300, which isn't bad, but Jacqueline Grant and Ryan Luther don't really interest me the same way as the other guys I have on this list. And Zach Smith, who has a very high price on DraftKings, he's orange, so that means he's behind 3 players. But if you need an extremely cheap option, Zach Smith is a good guy. Same with Kristen Doolittle. Not as good on DraftKings, but I still think these 5 guys are good guys to make your lineup fit if you want to pay up for maybe 3 of these guards instead of 2. Pay up maybe 3, 4 even. 4, and then stack those two cheap forwards. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.